everyone. Welcome back. Please comment and subscribe, folks. Comment and subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does like, watching, and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Listen, folks, there's a link tree down below. Has the links to all of my social medias. Please follow me across all those pages. Also, it has all of my YouTube pages down there as well. Please go down there and see those YouTube pages and subscribe, turn on your notifications for those. There's also a link down there to Community Food Bank of New Jersey. Again, in these times where people are fighting, dealing with hunger, especially with Thanksgiving right around the corner, I'm just doing my part to continue to bring awareness to things that are going on within the community. So please go down there and donate to those links if you can. It's very, very big to me to, continue to help people that are in need, especially those that are dealing with homelessness and all those other things. So I'll also be live streaming Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. I will be live streaming. We'll be talking about the Jets and what they got going forward. So please join me. Definitely want to talk to you folks and share ideas and your thoughts about what's going on with this football team. So with that said and put to the side, I want to talk to you folks about this Jets-Patriots matchup. Jets got the Patriots coming up. And I know a lot of people that's looking at this game and they're thinking, I think the Jets, they got a shot. And I think they got a shot too. I don't think the door is as closed as some may think, but we've got to take advantage of something. So I look at this Jets team right now. First, I'm going to start off with the injuries. It looks like Crowder is going to be playing. He's been dealing with an injury off and on, but it looks like he's going to be in this football game at this point. That's what they're reporting. They're also reporting that Quentin Williams is dealing with a hamstring injury, and he's missed, some practices, and it look like he won't play. So we'll see, how we continue to, see what's going on with that situation. But as of right now, it's looking like he's not going to play, which can, hurt us a little bit on the defensive line. But I think the biggest issue that we have here that we're dealing with is the issue with Sam Darnold and his shoulder. Let me tell you something. I look at this situation and I say to myself, this kid is the future, okay? This kid is the future of this football team. He's our quarterback for the future, like Joe Douglas said. Do not put him out there if he is not 100%. I know he had an MRI, and he even went and got his own independent, MRI as well to look at that shoulder. And they said there was no further damage done to it, but clearly there is damage. And we also saw him get hit in the last game where he was just taking shot after shot after shot. And he, eventually one play came up and he was reaching for it, and you can clearly see that shoulder is not right. We've seen Adam Gase struggle to deal with players that have had injuries. We saw him deal with Becton and put Becton back out there with a shoulder injury, and we see it greatly affected Becton's play. If Sam Darnold is not 100%, if that shoulder is not healed correctly, don't play him. There's no reason to do that. There's no reason to put this kid out on the field if he's not 100. Just let that heal up to where it's good to go, and then play him. We've got to start thinking about the future here. Rushing this kid back or allowing him to talk himself back into being out there on the field, even though he's not ready, is not doing us any good. We do not need to be doing that. So that's something I think we all need to keep our eyes on, is just, how Sam Darnold looks as the week continues on, because I don't want to see him out there, jacking that shoulder up even more, or having something even worse, more damage caused to that shoulder because of hits that he's going to take or things that he's doing. He does not need to be out there. You look at this Jets offense right now, though. One thing that is boding well for them as well in their matchup against the Pats is it looks like Gilmore, he's dealing with a knee injury, so he probably is not going to play. And that helps the Jets out as far as matching up with the Patriots defense. And I look at this situation with our play callers first, because this is something that we should take advantage of. This is something that should be put in the game plan. If Gilmore's not out there, then we should be attacking the guy, that is going to be playing in his spot. And Darryl Loggins is the guy that's going to be calling the plays. So I'm looking at Darryl Loggins and I'm saying to myself, dude, what is your game plan going to look like this week? This is something we talk about every single week, the offense and the lack of consistency and the drop-off in the second half. We cannot have that in this football game, because coaching in this game, it's big in every game, but especially when you're going against one of the greatest coaches to ever coach. I mean, let's be serious. We all hate the Patriots, but Belichick is one hell of a coach. I'm talking about, some people consider him the greatest coach to ever coach. It is what it is. He's got the rings, he's got the wins, he's got all these things, to show you that he's serious business. And he has shown you time and time again that the Patriots are true chameleons. They just adjust to whatever situation it is. You know, whatever's going on out there, they just blend in. They find ways to change things that they do as well throughout the game. They understand situational football on a level that a lot of people do not understand. So you have to come in and be on your P's and Q's. You got to dot the I's and cross the T's, because if you don't, and Belichick sees any type of holes or anything in your game plan, he takes advantage immediately. We've seen him take advantage of rules before. We've seen him do things out there on the field where people were like, why is he doing that? He's finding ways to drain the clock, all kinds of things. You have to be ready. This team cannot fall off in the second half offensively, and the offensive game plan has to adjust to what the Patriots are going to do when they come out after the half. We can't come out and have 4 yards after the half, you know, like we've done in the past and expect to get a W here. That's not going to happen. Also, when you look at this Jets offense as well, 2 things that I like is I want to see the ball in the hands of P. Ryan early and often. I want to see him finally get more carries than Frank Gore in a game. There's no reason we should be running Frank Gore in this game like he's, you know, a 23-year-old running back. Give P. Ryan the ball. Point blank, period. Also, we need to talk about Mims. You need to give Mims the ball too, all right? Like, no more giving this kid, you know, 2 catches for the day and that's it. No, he should have a big part in the game plan early. And guess what? After the half, he should continue to be targeted. We should absolutely see us getting the ball in his hands early and often. We've seen this kid make some catches already where we were all impressed. Let's continue that momentum and keep that rolling. This offense has got to step up in this football game, because let me tell you something. You're not going to beat the Patriots if you just kind of ho-humming and kicking field goals. They'll beat you too. They'll beat you the same way that we've been getting beat by these other teams. They'll stomp you. I'm telling you, Belichick will take advantage of that. You look at this Jets defense, though. This Jets defense is going to come up against some stuff right now, because this is not the strongest Patriots team that we've seen. But again, they're so well coached and they're so well schemed, and they got some guys that, you know, have some dynamic ability to them. I start with Cam Newton. Cam kind of been up and down a little bit. He's dealt with injuries as well, but Cam can still play. We've seen him be able to throw the football down the field. We've also seen him be able to use his legs, you know, to make plays as well, running around, scoring touchdowns, running all kinds of things. So that's something that we've got to be aware of. We cannot, you know, over pursue him. We got to make sure to keep him in his lanes and make sure, you know, that he doesn't get out and just start making plays and moving the chains with his feet like we've seen in the past. We struggle with that with Josh Allen. Their running backs, to me, scare me quite a bit too. James White, Burkhead, these are guys that can come out the backfield and catch the football. We've been scorched all this year by guys coming out of the backfield and catching the football, particularly these running backs. So guess what? I don't know what Greg Williams is going to do. I don't know if he's going to, you know, maybe bring Marcus May up. I know Marcus May is back at his free safety role. That's great to see. Maybe he brings Marcus May up to maybe cover one of these backs or something. Just don't let these guys, you know, go out there and make plays, especially James White, who's a guy that scorched us in the past. So also look at the Patriots offensive line. That's a big thing to me too. They're dealing with quite a bit of injuries. Wynn, Thuney, Shaq Mason, all these guys are a little bit banged up. So I want to see us kind of bring the heat at them too and see if we can get to Cam early and often. Maybe we send a couple blitzes, a little exotic blitz, just to get some pressure on them a little bit and see if we can, you know, take advantage of some of these matchups, you know, with this offense, with, you know, their blocking issues and blocking possibly from the pressure that we're sending. And the last thing that I'm worried about against this Patriots team, our secondary. Listen, Pierre Desir, bless Austin, y'all got to get it together, especially you, Desir, because you've been getting cooked all season. They cannot come out and let these Patriots wide receivers get going. You know what I'm saying? And they don't have like spectacular playmakers like Tyreek Hill and all these guys we played in the past. But let me tell you something. We've seen Desir get cooked by regular guys. We've seen Les Austin get cooked by regular guys too. This Jets secondary has got to get it together and play stout. You've got to make sure that you're not the guy getting picked on. And I guarantee you they're going to target Desir. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you it's going to be in their game plan to go at him. So he better get ready for a full day's work. So I'm looking to see how it goes. Again, I think coaching is going to be huge. Adam Gase and his staff better be on their P's and Q's, because Belichick and his staff, they will be. We all know that. This is a division rival. They know it's like the back of their hand. We know them like the back of our hand as well. And we better be prepared, because if we're not, Belichick will know and he'll take advantage of that. So I want you folks to comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. How do you feel about the matchups? How do you feel about the Jets offense and defense? What are your concerns going into this Patriots game? So please comment down below and let me know what you folks think. Again, we'll be talking about this Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. I can't wait to talk to you folks. So you folks have a good one.